rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I catch record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast who they be like Q-tip, Ali Shaheed. Dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. As it'll be the NFC champions taking on the NFC champions. And the opening kickoff will not be returned. That will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. They get 6, that'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Go now. Red, 38. 10.
Love looking to throw it. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow, 43, 52 Glasgow. 10.
Now Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Carter gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and now long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
10 cycles.
Love to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed,
John Franklin Myers able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal.
Ready, ready. 53. Ready.
They'll start by running the option to right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job in protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. To do now on fourth and goal. Love this time is going to set up to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on fourth and goal from the one. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 16.
On play action, it's Rodgers. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Complete to Jamison Williams. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
319!
On play action, Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. And he is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
65 yards is the gain on the play. That's another first down. First and goal at the 7.
They'll run with ETN. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, 65 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. To throw now. Here's Love. Here's a diving catch right side. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Ready. 32.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. It's a tight game here early. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Ken Black. Claude Ray. Black Ultra. Smash. Red. Cut.
Glove. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Jaden Reed from 8 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, 57 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Strike of 53.
Running from the gun with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch out. Red.
Throwing. Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's face this down, Kelly, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way down the field, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Blaster, stick, black, 95. Hut, hut.
On 4th down, Love.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
He'll get this off to ETN.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Julian Love picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The tight end in motion right.
Play fake. Here's Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
It's just a game of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Set cut. Black 40. Black Ultra. Red cycle. Cross red. Hut, hut.
Here's Love. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid
From 8 yards out. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll go again with ETN.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
56 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown Brown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Rodgers. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Second and 2. First down marker at the 8. They'll give to ETN running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's got it complete, Derrick Henry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Love now. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. Love to the goal line, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Garrett Williams. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
It's second down.
Wide open. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Rodgers now to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here is third and quite a ways.
26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Inaudible here to get a new look.
Over. Back north. Hey, 88, 30. Yes, 300. Yes, finish.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Ready?
Inside handoff, Henry. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Ready. 52 Bulls. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Piniero's extra point up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside. The 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Working out of the gun. Love. This will go to Henry out wide. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Jalen Carter able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Arthur-Davis. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always the
under pressure, and down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie in there to bury him for a loss of 11. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Love from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
32.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Ready, close, hit, red, 50, green. Claude red. You, yellow. Set, cut.
Throwing. Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, his second touchdown in this Super Bowl. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Set to kick off.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as it kicks away.
They'll take over. First down and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
It's now second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Get 300.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee, because we just say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the 4th time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching, because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are.
expected. They're still coming through and forcing miscues for a Lombardi trophy on the line. I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The extra point now for Borregales. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score. Our home team 42. Visitors 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Love now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Down. Yellow. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Set. Ready. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is caught. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown. Jaden Reed with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 158.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. thrown too wide and incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Here's second down. A shotgun snap for the give to ETN.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here.
Rodgers to throw.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Boy, just like that, they've got new life.
And the defense still has the advantage, but I know that there's some deflation there. That's why I hurry back to the line of scrimmage and attack them again.
On first and 10, it's ETN.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here now, second and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers. On the screen, this is Evans. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49, visitors 42.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. This is first and 10. Now Love. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Love looking to throw it. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10. Here's Love. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Well, they'll come up now. This is second and long.
Down. 60 red. Striker. 3-3.
Love complete. 12 seconds left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. If that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up? Or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
It's a huge roll of the dice. A 2-point conversion to decide the Super Bowl. Love looking to throw. And unable to convert for 2 points. They could have tied the game with a PAT. They gambled, and they trail by 1 here in this Super Bowl. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. On to the kicking team. Get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. One last shot now for Love. He's got the hook up with Downs. Now he's loose again. Touchdown! He's in on the game's final play. No time on the clock, and they're the Super Bowl champions. Wow. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to 1-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.